are going to get this started. It's going to be game one of the finals of this TQ qualifier. Flashback, Protoss players spawning as a blue Protoss in the, let's see, I'd say it's about the 11 o'clock position. On GSL Biohazard 2, his opponent is going to be FCGcrazedrat, spawning as our purple Zerg down at the 7 o'clock position on the map. And, you know, the thing I really like about this map is that little, like, hidden expansion with the walls around it. That's the coolest feature of this map, in my opinion.
Oh, the option for the third base?
Yeah, I suppose it would be probably the most common third.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool aspect. I mean, actually, I have a lot to say about the expansion of this map, just because I find it so interesting. Because you'll notice in the main, you have the normal 8 mineral patches and the 2 Vespene geysers. If you look at the natural, you only have 7 mineral patches, and you have the 2 Vespene geysers. You look at the third base, it's 6 mineral patches, the 2 Vespene geysers, and the gold base that you also can possibly take is just a normal 6 gold patches and no Vespene geysers. Which is...
Yeah, getting the,
Yeah, it's such an interesting tactic that is just not used in any of the Blizzard maps, which is why I really like it. It goes for a lot more interesting economic management, and it makes the taking another main base as an expansion eventually so much more enticing, because you get the extra mineral patch that actually ends up dealing so much in your favor if you can get that versus your opponent getting a 6 mineral patch base.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the whole minerals without gassing, that's definitely a Brood War throwback right there. You saw that all the time in Brood War maps, but pretty uncommon in StarCraft 2 maps so far.
Yeah, it's just another way to make the little bit cooler, bad English sentences, but good StarCraft awesomeness type of thing.
Yes.
That was probably...
I'm not quite sure what you said, but I agree with it completely.
It was probably one of the worst butcherings of the English language you've ever heard.
Oh man, and you have not listened to enough of my casts.
It's bound to happen
so
eventually.
Like, I suppose.
Yeah.
So it looks like I do remember Artosis calling mules Thors, so it happens to everybody.
Wow, that's a bad one.
Yeah, that's the hardest part with casting, is that you're thinking about the builds, you're looking at the units, and so you'll be looking at something but thinking about something else, and you'll call a unit the wrong thing.
Oh yeah, it happens all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Probably gonna have a quick Zergling speed from Crazedrat. Yep, there goes the Zergling speed right now. Gas Steel from Crazedrat as well. Interesting choice there.
Let's see if he does the infinite gas steal, or nope, he's just gonna let the extractor finish.
Yep, just gonna let it finish and not worry about it. It's only 25 minerals, so for a Zerg player that's absolutely nothing. I suppose plus 50 for the drone, and plus the infinite minerals that it could have mined. So really, that extractor's costing Crazedrat infinite minerals. Never mind.
Yeah, that is definitely one of the weirder ways to look at it. But now you notice that Flashback actually screwed up his building placement. You look at his wall off; it's only one Zealot tight all the way on the right, and Capecto fully is going ahead and lagging. So I might have to ask him to leave, unless he's just gonna blatantly drop out, or
well, hopefully he bows out if it gets bad. But
yeah. I'm gonna refrain from saying.
It is his birthday.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna refrain from saying anything right now. But look at this Flashback. Oh, excuse me. Essentially, he's about to pop out, so he's fine on this. But I was gonna say it's a little bit of a bad thing to actually have that much space in between the Zealot and over there. But now Flashback.
Yeah.
Now that his sentry is out, he's gonna go ahead and start taking out the extractor with the Zealot.
Yeah, you can really tell too that the players haven't played on these maps as much, which I think makes things a ton more fun. Just because Nice Force Field there,
wow,
just because you see a lot more crazy games because the players are kind of having to react and play, through gut instinct rather than just planned out, second per second builds.
Exactly, and as you can tell by that first PvP we casted, you get much more interesting games when players have that big map that they can use.
Yeah, absolutely. Roachhorn going up right now for Crazedrat. Transferring some drones down to the natural expansion. Doesn't look like he's going to need to worry about a whole lot of aggression for that in the near future.
Yep, and he does.
One base from Flashback right now.
Yeah, so now let's just see what is. He's got the 3 gates. I'm definitely be expecting a 3-gate expand. Possibly a follow-up is going to be a 6-gate Robo, or maybe a 6-gate Robo and Stargate, or just 6-gate Stargate.
Yeah, no, he did take his second gas right away. I mean, there's a slim chance he might go for some sort of 3-gate Robo or 3-gate Stargate, but I think it'd be a much better decision to expand, even if he doesn't decide to do that.
Yep, and he does have the money for it. That does make me think that's what he's planning on doing. He's moving down with his army, and his probe's going to have a little bit of a dance around, not going anywhere. Okay, throws down the pylon, and there's the Nexus.
There we go.
Now,
Man, do you realize how close the Nexus is to those mineral patches?
I think it's just an optical illusion. I think it's just a normal spacing, because if you notice, the ground moves when you put down buildings. It's a weird little thing, but the ground for some reason decides to shuffle around when you place down a building or two. Like, keep an eye out for that. You'll see it. It's strange. But we do have a strong push coming out from Crazedrat, a mix of Zerglings and Roaches. If he controls this correctly, this could be good, but Flashback does have a lot of sentries that could nullify the push if he puts down good force fields.
Here comes Crazedrat right now, preemptive force field going down. He's going to go after the pylons, and here's where Roaches go so well against early Protoss expanding. He's going to be able to take out that pylon, no problem at all. Actually, the force field keeping the units from attacking there. Another force field going down, but that's just going to allow those Roaches to go after the other buildings. The forge finishes. It's got no power, but the gateway did have to be canceled. Those Roaches doing a lot of damage. He's going to need to do some micro.
Good force fields.
Force fields going down. A lot of force fields, actually.
Yeah, and look at this.
Not be enough, though.
Yeah, but Zealots are being morphed in the high ground, and there's GG from Flashback.
Yeah, wow. That's a really, really strong push against Protoss in the early game. The speed link combined with Roaches, if the Protoss decides to expand,